Yeah, I guess like, yeah, we're optimizing for growth, and I keep trying to say that, but we also keep having so much fun because that's the nature of what we're doing. Like, for example, we signed the Ferocity contract with Tyson Fury. By nature of being a creative agency working for Tyson Fury's brand, we had to go and film Tyson Fury. So that was like a whole big thing, and that was super fun. We did the first one in Blackpool. It went so well. Next minute, it's like, do you want to go to Thailand next week? Kind of have a whole schedule going on. Like, tell me the details. It's like, oh yeah, just let us know if you're free. We're going to go to Thailand. It's going to be 9 days. Going to do a tour. We want you to film it. Right, okay. Yeah, okay, we're in. Okay, let me confirm. Okay, next day, no confirmation. Still no confirmation. 3 days before we flew out, they confirmed, yeah, we're going to Thailand. And that whole time, we're like, please let us know, we have a business to run. So me, Jack Hanna, we flew out to Thailand and like basically joined up with their, like what they call Team Tyson, him and all his mates. And that was just like, I call it a journey. That was a journey. It was savage, but it was wild. And it was like, we were getting so much great content. We were having a load of fun, and you're just looking at yourself going, well, actually, like, this is what we do for a living. Do you know what I mean? You're getting that travel time, you're getting that crack, but you're also building a huge case study for yourself and having these moments that, you know, no one really is going to be able to have. You don't get that close to Tyson Fury during, you know, a camp and a tour.
And what were those 9 days structured like when you're shooting with him?
Well, the 9 days like ended up being 7. So, but the fact that we knew within 3 days to go, 9 days turned into 7. Like, there was no structure. Like, structure was missing. It was pretty chaos. So like, one example I like to tell a story where we were kind of getting out of a truck to go to this pretty weird circus, like fight circus thing, and Tyson, you just hear him roaring. He's like, "Where's me Irish boys?" So you're like poking our head out the van, like, what's going on? And he's like, "Right, you little fuckers, we're staying here, we're staying in Thailand, we're staying to the end of the month." And we're like, are we? I was like, we kind of have things to do.
I've got a business to run, man.
I said that, right, pretty candidly, like, felt like I could say it. Didn't think there would be any problem. It's like, you know, we got things going on back home. And he flipped, he goes, what is more important than working with the heavyweight fucking king in Thailand? That's what he said. And I was like, bro, nothing, you're right.
Yes, you're kind of fucking right.
You're absolutely right. I was like, right, we need to get protein sent over, we need to get like cans sent over, and get all this stuff. And he's like, we'll get this, we'll get that. A few X-rated stuff I'll tell you off camera, that was said. And yeah, like that was what it was like. And it turned out we ended up not staying for that month. And when he realised that everyone, you know, his bodyguard, his team, you know, when people weren't staying, you know, he took that quite badly. He didn't like that. He got up, he left dinner, and I guess that's kind of the story that people hear about him with his mood switches.
Yeah.
So to be able to see that firsthand and experience and be at the tail end of that, it's quite incredible. And then they did the whole Netflix thing, which we're actually in. We're in some of those episodes, which is quite funny. But yeah, just to see that behind the scenes, you could never optimize for that, but you get it as like the sawdust of being a creative.
I get you, yeah. I mean, it's funny if you're with a character like that, just from, like, obviously his life is so unusual. Like, even just being a professional fighter in general is unusual. Just being the heavyweight world champion, obviously his background is very unique and stuff. But I think you are naturally going to get some aspects of them that are going to be, you have these amazing positives here, but that's they're going to come with some other eccentricities where you can't be surprised when he's acting like that as well. In the sense of he's kind of shouting like G and the lads up and just saying all sorts. How could you be surprised?
Yeah, he goes mad, and it's such good energy as well. Like, to shoot with him, the first moment we ever met him, the energy he brought was amazing. He just owned the whole thing, and he's so easy to work with because you can't coach it. Like, there's people where you're trying to drag energy out of someone, but he brings it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I don't know which you would have been into more, but would you look back on that shoot more fondly, or would you look back and, let's say, because you worked with Harry Kane as well for Stat Sports, like you've been around, so you worked with Harry Kane, Phil Foden, there was a couple of other people,
Floyd Mayweather,
Tommy,
Ulster
Rugby as well, I think.
Yeah.
So What would you look back at? I say out of all the people you've worked with there, what was the one where you're looking back and or even in the moment, you're thinking, what? How on earth has this happened?
Yeah, the Harry Kane one was pretty special because it was, I think it was our first like big celebrity shoot, but it was so, like, he had a manager.
I feel like you'd maybe have to coach it out of him to be
so
instead of Tyson Fury.
To give context to that shoot, we were shooting the ads for Stat Sports. They gave us like a test with under 19, Dublin under 19s or Drogheda under 19s, and the test went really well. So we actually started like unlocking their ambassadors, and we got Harry Kane. And this was like going to be a military operation because he only had so much time, and he was late. But we'd been like drilling it, like practicing what we were going to be doing with a stopwatch, and we had 22 minutes, like not 23, not 20, 22 to get everything that we needed in. And it was one of those ones we were prepared, we were ready, we were over prepared. It was like analysis paralysis, like we were so focused on these mad, like, you know, once he walks from here, he has to walk to there, and then and I have to say this line, and he says that line. It was like, it was a full freak out. And then you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and then he walked out of the changing room, and you're like, holy shit, that man's aura. He's like 6 whatever, he's like 6'4", he's like a serious specimen, and you can like, fuck. He's like Captain England. And I wasn't super used to shooting like mega stars, so I was just like, holy fuck, this is the moment. And I was like, we have a whole vlog that you can watch on YouTube, and I was like, hey Harry, I'm gonna take you over here. And then at about 6 minute mark, we made a mistake. He took his bib off, and he had a Nike t-shirt, and Nike hadn't re-signed his deal. So his manager just like, he stopped the shoot midway, and we had this like back and forth about what was going to happen with the bib, and that like threw me because I was directing and shooting, and I had about 25 people at the other side, like other end of the camera, just watching us, and we just had this mistake in the middle, and it kind of threw us off. You know, you move past it, and you just try and zone in, get the shots, and then at the end you look back and you're like, whew, that was crazy. But yeah, that was a unique circumstance, but he was pretty awesome.
Yeah.